All right, Devin Kornhaus. Okay, so let's take a look at your stuff that you sent me. The combat scene, right? All right. So it might look like some action scene, yes, but there is still quite a bit of the problems. Simply by not really applying some animation rules that are supposed to be applied. Otherwise, it just simply won't work, right? So what we gonna do now? Let's take a look once again. Something is wrong here with that jump, and then this jump is fine. There is also actually a problem on that one too. The biggest problem I have, and I really don't know what really to suggest how to solve it, is this right here, right? Where the characters are mingling, and it doesn't really look like this guy is punching him, although he does. So it looks very mishmash. Something is going on, and then they just kind of separate, and that's it. So definitely, I think the most of the work would have to be spent here to clarify how actually this guy kicked and knocked down this huge Hulk guy who actually got beaten up. So let's go and take a look at the specific animations that you have for characters, right? I would prefer if you would start with some character that actually is, with this character that is kind of like a standing position. He can be threatening, but I think it would be nice if he actually goes from this standing position down, right? In anticipation, and then actually we're gonna see how he goes down and then pushes himself up. If you start with the down pose, basically we do miss this part because we cannot as a human eye, right? We cannot catch those few frames, so we are kind of missing this. And then he looks like he's being pulled up by invisible rope or something. So I would definitely suggest that you start with a standing, threatening pose, kind of like a hunched down, but he's standing. So now you have a place where to go down, right, to this, and then he goes up. Now this also is really going straight up, so he should kind of jump in an arc, and right now he goes straight, what is kind of against any natural laws. We have to follow the laws because otherwise everything is possible. And if everything is possible, then what is the point of, you just move stuff around, and it has to be believable. And in order to get the believable animation, we have to follow the rules and 12 principles of animation. And bouncing ball and everything pretty much else is moving in arcs. Arcs are something that we have to follow. So there is no reason for this guy not to jump in an arc. Now, as he is jumping in an arc or close to it, you will notice that for some reason he stops here for 2-3 frames and then continues. He should be the slowest in this area on the top of the arc. So fast up, slower here, and then he goes fast down. If I play this animation, you will notice how he actually stops before he gets on the top of the arc. You see that somewhere here? I don't know why is that, but it is. Now I like his coming down. The speed, the timing of coming down, it's nice. And I think that even this part is fine. It's just you have to take out these few frames where he is stuck. 8, 9, 10, 11, and then he starts moving on 12. So he's for 3-4 frames over there, from 8 to 11. Now, when he goes down, this is good looking pose. He hits down, but before he gets to this, he have to have a contact. That means as he's going down, first he has to hit the ground with the arms. And I would do both arms. I don't think it looks natural that one arm would be somewhere floating around in the air. Because if you would jump from this height, you would try to land with both arms down, simply to protect yourself from crashing on the ground. I know that Hulk is strong, but like I said, the laws, the natural laws should be applied to it. So if you want him to look realistic, strong but realistic, you have to follow it, some rules. So first both arms down, and then he goes to something like this. So this arm is, shouldn't be there. The other arm should be also down somewhere here. And something like that. And then as he is coming up, he's pushing himself. So this should be also stretched arm as he's coming back, right? He's pushing himself away to gain the balance here. And then he can go up, right? Let's take a look at another one. This guy, first part looks really nice, but then what's happened here is that for some reason, as he is spinning, he stops here, hits the ground, I mean not the ground, but this place here on 36, 37, 38. So for 3 frames, he's stuck here. And then he continues. So that's not okay. As you can see from the very start on, he is moving constantly. So he has to go through this also. And then land. I like the landing pose. I like those hands up, but then here those hands should already go down. Down, down, down. There is no point of having those arms down, up for that long. And then I don't know exactly what is he doing with his head, but this head is definitely pushed too much down. It should stay somewhere here. And then as he's going up, this is, you might think of it as a maybe overlap on his head, but this is even too cartoony. It's hard to take it seriously, you know. So definitely overlap, but not as much as you're pushing it. Because, look, it looks simply strange. And then he pops up here suddenly, and if you look animation, it really feels like he's drunk or he is already knocked down. Look. Drunk, confused. So he goes up too fast. This happened too fast. Thump. He hits this wall, invisible wall, and then he bounces back. So this is fine. You just have to have some more frames in between this one and this one. Add more frames with nice slow in. And then from there, he does this. And these hands, they can come not at the same time. You know, one can come sooner and the other one follows after that. This one is hard one because, like a first, that's kind of strange anticipation for run. If he's doing this, it would be probably nicer if he goes a little bit higher with his waist. And then as he starts going forward, he should, before he goes forward, he should dip in a down pose and then go forward. Now tell me if this one is passing pose, where is the contact? What kind of what is this? The contact is missing. Where the front leg is in the contact with the ground and the back one is like that. Contact. You have to have this contact pose before you go to down with the guy, and then probably, you know, the pose or something is missing in between this one and that one. It's a huge gap. Now this kind of looks fine, although back leg is pretty much rigid, it's not moving, but that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is here, that we don't know really what's going on. I would say he tried to hit him, he missed him, and then the bad guy hits him with a knee or something like that. But then his all this turn is very unrealistic. So that's a problem. You see, that's a mess right there. We don't know what's going on. And it's kind of hard to believe that he would first hit him with the knee and then just continue hitting him with a leg in the head. I don't know. I think it would be much clearer situation for this hit to happen if he actually stepped back and did separate kick for this instead of kind of mashing together these two. Oh, bow, you know. And then as he's stepping on him, but in order to get back that loop, he should first have some kind of anticipation, some squash, leaning maybe forward, and then sprung back. And this sliding seems to be too much. Maybe a little bit, but not as much, I think. Also, all these 4 extreme legs and arms shouldn't come down at the same time. Look at that. Whoop. Whoop. So when this one is down, the other one should be still here, and this one should be up there while this one is there, completely, so that everything is happening in different times, not at the same time. So, yeah, that's it. Fix that jump. There is those 3 frames hanging of this bat when he's landing, and then getting off of the bat when he is here getting up. It doesn't look that bad actually from back here, but when we were watching from the front, it is silly. Then some steps are missing here, and anticipation for this run, proper run. Try to clarify this situation. Maybe, like I said, 2 kicks. 1 kick here with the leg, bam, with the knee. And then the other one, maybe he should wait a bit for him, come down somehow here, and then kick him again with this leg. Because right now it's all one thing, and I don't think we can see clearly what's going on. And his turn of the green guy, Hulk, is a little bit non-convincing. It looks like you have some wooden toy in arms and you're just kind of turning around. It doesn't feel like that his torso should go first, the head should go first where he got kicked, and then torso and all other stuff. So it's more, I don't know. And then at the end, these all right, legs and arms should come down in different time. Okay, doke. So that's for now. Thank you.